blast from the past, we're going to see another first meeting of two particular heroes. And this would be first time Glider met Kid Phoenix. It is during spring break. There are a couple different activities going on. Probably like a spring field day thing, like fairs and just all the fun spring activities that I can't think of at the moment because my brain's like, nope.
Add those in post.
Yeah.
Exactly. There's just a lot of fun community activities going on, stuff to keep kids entertained, give people a chance to like hang out and mingle. You got places where people can show off stuff that they make and different things where they're trying to raise money for charities. And for one reason or another, both of you are here, Glider. You've been doing the speedster thing for a while. You've gotten the hang of it. So maybe you thought this would be a good chance to actually get to do things and show off your costume.
She's so proud of her costume.
What does this iteration of your costume look like?
It's purple. It's very like Fabletics that she saved up and ordered because she thought they would look cool. They don't. They look like she's going to a Zumba class. And she doesn't really have like a logo yet. So if you didn't see that she was wearing like goggles and a mask, you could think she was just very enthusiastic about exercising.
Have you even decided on what name you're going to go by, or have you been workshopping?
She's workshopping some things. She's got a notebook full of ideas.
And today just happens to be the day you're going to test out Glider. See how that goes.
Glider. I don't know.
Hope you like it. You're about to be stuck with it soon. Not that you know this at the time. And for Kid Phoenix, I feel like your dad volunteered you for this, but it was more of he's like, hey, do you want this? Because they're looking for people.
Yeah, I think I'm up for it. I'm going to take it as an opportunity to debut my new costume. I recently got myself a crisp leather jacket with I got a fancy embroidery of a phoenix, but it's just a little bit off. So the eyes of the phoenix on the back of the jacket are facing in different directions. And he needs to go get that fixed. But he figures now's the time to debut it.
Yeah, before you get the eyes fixed.
Yeah.
That's not going to send the forums into some sort of fitter.
I mean, I imagine that my dad looks at it and goes, are you sure? You know, when your parent, knows you're about to wear something cringy to school, and they're they want to be supportive, but they're also are you absolutely certain this will not get you bullied?
You sure about that? I might have some, my old jackets back in the closet if you want to have something a little bit more worn in.
I mean, wait. Like civilian style, or do you also have a phoenix on the back? Because I thought that was my idea first. I didn't want to.
It's mostly civilian style, but I think I might have one that someone got me as kind of a joke with the phoenix on the back.
I kind of want to see it. I get a little excited. Oh, okay, so I wasn't can I see it?
He shows it to you, and it actually looks pretty nice. Doesn't look like it's been worn a whole lot. The fit looks like it probably wouldn't have fit him particularly well, but it might fit you.
You know, maybe the eyes are too much. I'll give it a shot.
Yeah, here, you can borrow this, toss it out.
Yeah. Wait, toss out the other one? What's wrong with the other one? Besides
test it out.
Oh, okay. I can do that. I slip it on. It's comfortable. I think it fits what I'm looking for, and I kind of smile a little bit and go, okay, this might be what I'm looking for. Thanks.
Go get him, kiddo. Claps you on the back a little bit harder than he meant to.
Oh, yep, you got it. I do a little like a little finger guns and move some particles of dust into little like pew pews.
I love that. You need to keep doing that. That's a funny.
I'm really sad I didn't think of that about that earlier. That I could just make a bunch of little balls of dust go like fireworks.
It could be that finding of control is kind of like difficult to do, so they're very squiggly pews.
The sandwich lady did have me practicing moving a bunch of little things at once, so it might be like the only thing I can do with small stuff.
Yeah, Sister Cinnamon.
Sister Cinnamon.
Also, you've been trying to be so much more serious.
Yeah, that's true. This is before I got edgy.
True.
I was like, I'm in the start of like trying to be cool, Superboy era. But before that, like, and this, when I met Madigan, I was still like on the little scooter, I think, or the skateboard. I think it was a skateboard. Yeah, I was on a little skateboard.
Yeah, you were on a skateboard.
So I'm just starting to get out of the like kid superhero phase and moving into the gritty young adult superhero phase.
You're not there yet. You're still a teenager phase.
Not even close. Yeah, no, I'm trying, but it's not working.
Also, Glider is definitely wearing a purple wig.
I love that.
Like she's still it feels like more of a disguise. She was like, yeah, this is a good idea. No one will ever know it's me.
We'll see how well that goes the first time you have to run.
Oh, it is pinned down. It's like down with a headband. Like she's tested it. It doesn't come off. Or it hasn't yet.
Oh, nice.
Oh, this will be interesting.
Trying to make it work.
So you were at this spring field day. I'll say it's probably more like a carnival. Carnival makes more sense.
Yeah.
I finally got to what's going on, guys. Go me.
You figured it out.
So it's spring break. You're both working the carnival, keeping an eye out for any signs of danger. There's a couple other teenage, young adult age supers wandering around. I've been keeping an eye on things.
Glider is definitely there unofficially and not supposed to be there.
Nice. I mean, who's gonna know, you know?
Who's gonna know? She changed in a porta potty.
Stop. I love Glider so much. She's trying her best.
And so precious. But also porta potties are so gross.
Yeah, I mean, it's early in the day. Hopefully it hasn't been
was.
used that much yet.
It was early.
Okay. It just smells like cleaning. I don't know. I think I'm set up doing like perimeter sweeps. And since I'm not doing the skateboard anymore, I guess I'm just sort of walking.
Well, I mean, you could still be doing the skateboard, just pull yourself along.
Yeah, no, because I don't want to like yoink myself along while people are walking, because that's kind of rude. Like, out of the way, I am skateboarding here. Like, as much as I would love to really fit the 90s stereotype even harder for my hero concept, I don't think Kid Phoenix is enough of a jerk to just start like yoinking himself along on a skateboard and pushing people out of the way. Like, that feels like a little too edgy cool for
That's fair.
For Kid Phoenix.
So you're just walking around trying to ignore all the stairs. While Glider's walking around trying to ignore all the stairs.
Different stairs.
Very different stairs. And in your patrol, like, your paths start to cross. And so there's this sort of like ravine that runs along the edge, or like in a big grassy park. There's a ravine that was caused by like a fight between a super and a villain that they haven't like been able to get someone who can mold to the earth enough to fix it, because it goes down kind of deep. Like jagged edges, they don't know how far down it goes, but they've been able to like build bridges over it. I don't know what's cool. I'm getting some weird facial reactions.
I'm just trying to picture it in my brain. So there's like a bridge built over it. What is the like? Are people aware of how we got there, or what's going on?
Whatever showdown caused it would have been in the news. Like, people know to stay away. There probably are more supers sort of posted up near the ravine just in case we don't have anyone accidentally, like, falling or anything.
Okay. Yeah, we have like a superhero with like, he can turn himself flat and stretch himself so he can become a little fence.
Yeah, got that. Got a couple people telekinesis, couple of speedsters.
The Fencer.
Oh no, that's a name! That's so good! Because you think he's gonna have sword powers,
But he doesn't.
he just becomes a wall!
Yeah.
Oh, I love making up superheroes.
I love
It's like
him.
half the fun of this campaign.
It's
It's just
so-
like make up a guy.
It is especially because sometimes I can take one and turn it into character art.
Yeah. Fencer is well known. He definitely can turn into different types of walls.
Yeah.
Way more useful than you would think.
Right.
He's very creative.
I like to imagine I like to imagine he can do like chain link fence, a lot of chain link fence because it's based on like surface area. So like the more of it's a material like a chain link, like the more he can do. But if he's like a solid wall, there's less of him.
Yeah, it's one of those like weirdly specific, but it's useful in a lot more circumstances than you would realize at first. But when you think about it, it makes sense. So you're walking along that edge, there's people just milling about. You're probably near where there are like a couple different rides and stuff. And Glider, you see none other than Kid Phoenix walking towards you.
Okay. So I think two things. Glider has been to this park, but I think it's been a while. She doesn't live on this side of town exactly. And so she was like, that's the ravine. That's the ravine from the battle. Like, that's cool. I want to see it. And then it was like, wait, Fencer might be here? Fencer's cool. Like, that'd be cool to see Fencer. I mean, he's working, but that would be kind of cool. So she was kind of just doing that thing where it's like, oh, a celebrity might be here. And so you're like, let's be chill and, maybe we'll see them, but we're not looking for them. But instead of Fencer, she sees the Kid Phoenix. And any cool she had just immediately like she does a little jump and like turns around and is like, oh, that's Kid Phoenix. That's Kid Phoenix. He's actually here. Why is he here? He's like such a big deal. Why is he here? This is, oh gosh. Oh, I turned around. Okay, I'm gonna just turn around again. And turns around and tries to keep walking chilly.
Like a 180.
Yeah.
And then another 180.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cute.
And Kid Phoenix, you see this.
Yeah, no, I just fully take in the...
You've gotten different, it's like variations on the theme, the reaction you get especially from other supers.
Oh. Okay.
It's like, oh good, a fan.
Yeah, I just kind of nod a little like, okay, that's interesting.
You don't recognize her though.
No, obviously, like,
No.
And to that extent, I don't know if Kid Phoenix would know, like, a good chunk of the heroes in the city just, like, by proxy. But, like, whenever there's, like, new heroes, I think his dad probably let him know, like, introduce yourself, like, don't be aloof and weird. That's how you end up being, like, one of those, like, they're a menace to the city, because, like, you're not, like, on the ground, like, talking to people. So I just kind of head over, and I'm like, hey, it looks like you're also on patrol right now. I was thinking of doing a quick ravine shift, because... I mean, the telekinesis and stuff. Figure if there like somebody wanders in, I can just scoop them out like a crane game. That's a little. People aren't crane game things, but yeah, like that.
Okay, yeah, hi. Oh my God. I'm sorry. What was that? Hi. Wow. Yeah. I'm on patrol. Hi. Yeah, the ravine. It's dangerous. We should keep an eye on it. There's a lot of children at the event, and we should keep an eye on them so nobody falls in. And
All right.
Hi.
Cool purple.
Yeah, it's purple. It's my favorite color. Hi. So you're Kid Phoenix. Hi.
Yeah, I'm doing more like social and like hero visibility events and stuff,
Yeah,
but
totally,
I'm trying to not make it like a weird thing. Like
Yeah,
it is something I like
it's not
doing.
weird. It's not weird. It's not weird that you're here at the spring play day.
Yeah.
It's great. Oh wow, yeah.
I mean, you know, some of the kids want like pictures and stuff.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
You
Yeah.
okay?
I'm fine. This is my first. You know, I'm also doing more public things.
Cool. Oh, did you mostly stick to like, were you doing night vigilante stuff? Because I mean, visibility is always a little weird on that one.
Yeah. It's, you know, you do the work. It's night. Nobody really, you know, it's not about being seen, but you know, nobody sees you because it's nighttime. Ha.
Yeah, no, I mean, unless you're like the light bulb, but that's like his whole deal.
That is his whole deal. Yeah, and then she blanks because she definitely has a list of names she's been using.
I was just about
And-
to ask too, and I'm like, oh, cool. Like, what's your hero name? Maybe.
You could
I've
ask.
seen you
That
in the
might be
news.
better, actually.
I mean, yeah, no, I kind of nod a little bit. And so, what's your hero name? You said you do night work mostly.
Oh, I'm Glider.
Oh, I like glider. That's fun. It's 2 syllables, snappy. Like you could see it on a headline, sort of thing.
In the comic book version of this, when he says, I like Glider, like over her in big letters, it's like, Glider!
Yeah. It's like lit up. It's
Yeah.
neon.
Yes.
Glider!
All the other names are like in another speech bubble, and they just burst into flames.
Yes. Gone, forgotten.
So, as the two of you are having this conversation, can have you both roll to assess the situation?
Wow, I actually didn't roll bad.
We're off to a good start. 11.
Nice.
I got an 8.
Okay, so in that case, Kid Phoenix, you notice it first because there's a Ferris wheel that's been like going regularly. Like there's a giant line. It's
Mhm.
been stopped for longer than it should be. So you get that for free.
What here is in the greatest danger, I should say.
You glance over to the Ferris wheel. I think you also do sort of like a check of some of the other rides that they have set up. The other rides also seem to be encountering some kind of issue, but the ones on people on the Ferris wheel, it's the greatest danger just because there are people up very high.
Okay, and then my follow-up is going to be, how could we best end this quickly?
For fixing that issue in particular, you notice the operators are like trying to like get it to move, and it looks like they have some sort of like emergency method to get it going that's more of like a hands-on mechanical thing. If you add your telekinesis to that, that could help and help them be able to rotate through to get the people off the top of the ride.
Yeah. No, I think I'll head over and turn to glider. Hey, I think the rides are stopping. It's probably an electricity issue, but I'm just gonna go help them get that Ferris wheel stuff down, if that's okay.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, nothing's on. Maybe it's a power surge or something. Yeah, I'll come with you.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, I go head over and kind of ask the attendants what's going on and how I can help.
Say, as they are explaining to you, Kid Phoenix, how it works and what they're trying to do and like how you can use your abilities to help get things moving and what they know about it, because they know your abilities, you're Kid Phoenix. So people know you have telekinesis, they just also tend to assume there's also fire powers, which you
Yeah.
don't have.
Yeah.
But Glider, as Kid Phoenix is getting the rundown on how Ferris wheels work, what is your question?
Learn something new every session.
Internally, she's going, be cool, be cool, be cool, be cool, be cool, be cool, be cool. So what can I use here to help? Glider's a speedster. This is kind of a large, stationary, tall, dangerous thing, but what can she do to help this situation?
Are you looking for like specifically here or some of the other places where they're having issues?
Oh yeah, maybe where can she be most helpful?
I'll say you glance over and there's a little merry-go-round. and it still looks like it's running just fine, but as you look closer, you keep watching it, and it's getting a little faster. And a little faster. And it looks, there's someone trying to not look frantic as they're frantically slamming a button and nothing is happening.
Oh.
So they need someone who can get on there to get people off, or find a way to stop it.
Okay. This Ferris wheel worker is giving Kid Phoenix all these Ferris wheel facts.
I'm learning so much about Ferris wheels.
And in the background, the merry-go-round just starts going faster and faster. Kid Phoenix, there is one ride working. I think the merry-go-round's on the fritz.
Oh, jeez. Think upon seeing it. I really appreciate you giving me those very specific and tangible facts about how Ferris wheels work, and I'll help you kind of pull the manual crank in just a moment. But thank you, citizen. And I turn over and I go, oh my god, what is happening with that thing? And I see it getting faster and faster, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna go help. I'm gonna go try.
Yeah, sure. Telekinesis, by the way.
Super speed, and I'll run away.
Oh, just kind of like, yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah, so Kid Phoenix, are you going to attempt to get the Ferris wheel thing going?
Well, I mean, Glider seems very like excitable and competent to Kid Phoenix right now, so gives like a little wave, like, call me if you need anything. I'm gonna try to get this down so everybody can get off, okay?
Sure thing.
Or, okay, but and like I barely get the words out because you're already gone, yeah. Okay, and I start using my telekinesis to try to pull the crank a little faster than the regular workers can.
Yeah, roll to unleash.
Ooh, I got an 11.
Nice.
I'm allowed to roll good today.
So as the workers are struggling to get this thing working, like they've been able to get like one off, you focus your telekinesis. And what does telekinesis feel like to Kid Phoenix when you're using it? What do you picture?
For me, and I guess for Kid Phoenix, it's almost like seeing the world in like a grid, and then like there's superimposed images of his own hands, kind of scaled up or down depending on the situation, that are moving along and interacting with that grid. So the movements are very rigid and precise. They're not like flowing. This isn't like somebody like spinning a bunch of knives. These are like ha da 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 sort of thing. And then for the throwing, it is again very much like it's a mechanical motion. And I think he really focuses on that when he's controlling his telekinesis, on like the physical mechanics of the movement, because he had to learn right away that like much like you don't lift with your back, or yeah, you don't lift with your back. You have to lift with like specific parts. You have to lift in such a way that you are able to like get the most out of your use of strength, so you don't like burn yourself out.
Yeah. It took several days of headaches and migraines to get the hang of it.
He does get the classic, like if he overuses it, he gets the nosebleed.
Yeah, it also feels like your head is like about to explode out of your skull. Those headaches are not fun.
They are not. They're the stuff of nightmares. Absolutely.
Yeah, so you apply that very precise mechanical motion to getting this crank to work, and whatever was jamming it becomes dislodged. The ride is still not operational, but between the pressure you are applying and the work they're doing, you were able to work with them to start getting people off of the Ferris wheel. So, meanwhile, Glider, as Kid Phoenix is fixing the Ferris wheel, you are going over to the merry-go-round that's still just going like a little bit faster and a little bit faster. And the music is speeding up and it's starting to get a little creepy.
Oh, well. The approach is to run with the carousel to get on it and keep moving so she can get people off of it without just like, whoa, just like yanking them really hard out of it. So it's kind of like a smoother exit. And then she's like getting back on and gonna try to do the same thing, almost like in spiral motions.
Gotcha. Roll to unleash your powers.
It's a 7.
Mark a condition, or it's unstable or temporary.
She is very nervous right now because Kid Phoenix is here, and this is like an actual superhero event and an actual crisis. I think everything she's done up till now has been very small potatoes, like cats in trees, purse snatchers, stuff like that. The equivalent of like Amazon thieves, like stealing stuff off of people's porches.
Porch pirates.
Yeah, porch pirates.
They got such a cool name for something that's relatively not exciting.
Yeah. So it could be...
Part of me is kind of leaning temporary.
Yeah.
I'll say you're able to get some of the people who are on the carousel onto stable ground before you can't quite keep up your speed to keep up with that kind of motion, and there's still a couple more people on there. But you've gotten most of them to stable ground.
Yes, she's also not... This isn't running in a straight line, either, which is mostly what she does.
Mm-hmm.
And so this is different. And I think she physically feels that and is a bit like, whoa, okay. Whew, am I actually dizzy? I don't get dizzy. Okay.
You've been running in circles. This is probably around when, Kid Phoenix, you are no longer needed to help at the Ferris wheel. And I'll say the person who is the carousel operator is like, if you can get to it, there should be a panel in the center that has an emergency stop. This one here is not working, but the one on the actual machine might work. You have been listening to Queen City Supers, a graveyard tape-side story using the game Masks. Masks: A New Generation is a superhero role-playing game in which a team of young heroes fights villains, saves lives, and tries to figure out who they are. Featuring Caitlin as Madigan, aka Scarlet Sentinel, the Janus. Jess as Bethany Bertolucci, aka Glider, the Beacon. Ian as Marcus, aka Kid Phoenix, the Doomed. And Brianna Jean as the Keeper and Producer.